What's up, everybody? It's another awesome and starting to be a very, very hot day here in the Villages, Florida. Today is Wednesday, May the 1st, 2025. Wow, this year is just really flying by way too darn fast. Currently it's about 83 degrees, going to be a high about 88, 89 degrees later on this afternoon. And of course, on my ride over here, and while I was sitting in the golf cart, we had some really, really nice cloud coverage. And it's supposed to be mostly cloudy all day today, but right on cue, the sun came out. Hey everybody, my name's Michael. If you're brand new to our channel, my awesome wife Tiffany and I, we're just a couple of pre-retiree empty nesters who decided to go ahead and move to the Villages full time. We live here year round, 12 months out of the year. We do like to travel a lot during the summer though, escape the high heat, the high humidity, and also hurricane season. But back then, when we decided to move to the Villages, they were not building Eastport. They were not building all those neighborhoods over there directly behind me in that direction over there. Water's Edge did not exist. Shady Brook did not exist. Moultrie Creek did not exist. Middleton did not exist. And then where we're at today over here at Isabella Garden Villas, that definitely did not exist. All right, I had to go grab my sun hat out of the trunk of my golf cart because the sun is just too darn brutal. Keeps playing peekaboo behind all those clouds. So for a little while we have some shade coverage, then it's full sunlight again. So we're going to end today's video with a bonus golf cart ride through Isabella Garden Villas, but today's video is going to be all about the village of Wellpoint. The Villages just released today over 70 brand new empty lots where you could build a designer home over there behind and kind of next to the Wellpoint Postal Facility and Recreation Center. And a lot of you know that Tiffany and I, we've been looking for the last year plus, trying to find our next home or our next empty lot, and the search definitely continues. So again, if you're brand new to our channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe and notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. Smash the thumbs up button and then drop us a comment below. And then if you're on Facebook, we have an awesome Facebook group that you should go join as well too. So let's get back in the golf cart. We'll switch out hats one more time. We'll get all buckled up and then we'll drive over here in this direction where you see those cranes. The Wellpoint Pool and Recreation Facility is only about a half mile down the road. So as we get ready to pull out of Isabella Garden Villas, you can see this new neighborhood directly across from us. Just a few weeks ago, we came over here and documented this whole area when it was nothing but empty land. And I think those two houses right there, those are designer homes. I do believe those are available for sale on the Villages website as of today, May the 1st, 2025. We're gonna go back down here to McNeil Drive. We'll stop and then we'll take a right because there's a main entrance off to our left over there. And there's a truck coming, but we got our own little multimodal cart path lane that we'll pull in here. And you can see some more of this new construction off to our right. So not only have Tiffany and I been out here documenting and sharing our experiences and our expenses with you here on YouTube and Facebook, we also like just to get out here and document this so for posterity, so you can see, you can go back and look at our older videos and see when this was nothing but empty dirt, and just how darn quickly the Villages can build not only a neighborhood, but an entire village. So again, when we were looking for homes a little over a year ago, none of this existed. This was all empty land, just like in Shady Brook and Moultrie Creek and so forth. So we got one of the brand new championship golf courses off to our right. And then over here to our left, right there where that big truck is turning, that's the brand new Street of Dreams down there in that area. So maybe we'll come back and document and share that in a future video. But off to our right here, you can see these empty lots. And we're gonna pull into the Wellpoint Postal Facility and Recreation Center and just kind of do a quick drive through. We've been over here enough. You can go back and watch that in previous videos. But they put all those lots right there directly in front of us for sale about 2 weeks ago. And the majority of them have already sold out. They still have probably a dozen or so. And then we're gonna go back down here and get back on McNeil Drive. We'll take a right. No one's coming. Stay in our own little multimodal cart path lane here. and we're going to take this immediate right onto Thomas Trail. And starting with that lot right there, that was a lot that was available for sale today. All these lots off to our left, they do back up to a retention pond. Every single one of those were on the market today, as well as some of these off back here in the distance. But we're going to take a right though and just go through here real quickly down Gregory Lane. And you can see the Villages has started adding these block walls, so that way you'll have at least a little bit of privacy between you and your back door neighbor. But the most desirable lots are the ones that back up to nature, that back up to a retention pond, that back up to a golf course. So I think as of today, May the 1st, all these home sites that you see right here directly in front of us, every single one of those are still available. But the ones on the other side of the wall, they already sold out. They sold out pretty much instantaneously that first day. And the reason being is if you were in the lots right there that we just drove by, then your lanai would be a western facing lanai, and you would have all that brutal sun pouring in the afternoons. But all these perimeter lots already sold. All those lots right there that back up to the golf course already sold, of course. And then all these interior lots on this side, trying to angle the golf cart there in that direction. Those are some of the very, very first lots to sell because they have an eastern facing lanai, and then off out their front door and their garage, they're aimed at this new championship golf course. But of course, there'll be big brand new homes built right here in this area. So I don't know how much of the golf course they'll actually get to see. And then as we make the turn here, there's still a few empty lots down this road that back up to that big old concrete wall that will either be a courtyard villa or a veranda neighborhood back behind that once the Villages gets that built out. So let's make our way across this main road. I can't remember what it's called. We'll look at it when we get to the stop sign. So everything on the other side of the stop sign, those are the brand new home lots the Villages put on the market early this morning. I got up and took a lot of screenshots this morning when they first put all 70 plus on the market for sale. It's all flashed up on the screen so you can see exactly how much those homes were listed for. Yeah, we're back on Thomas Trail right now. But that's the reason why I drove through that neighborhood, so I could angle the golf cart this way so you can see all these home sites right here, every single one from right there. As we turn the golf cart this direction, every single one of them back up to a retention pond. And the majority of those home sites were $79,000, $89,000, $99,000 plus. And we take a left right here down, it looks like Caitlin Ave. We'll take a left right here. You have a lot of these interior home sites that are still available that have not sold yet. But pretty much every single one of these home sites right here that once again back up to the retention pond, every single one of them sold. So the most expensive empty lot on this side of the neighborhood of Well Point, I think it's right there where that white truck is. I could be wrong, but I'll put it up on the screen for you. We'll angle the golf cart there just a little bit. That home site right there went for $119,000. So I was a little surprised when I got up this morning. I took a screenshot, and I took a screenshot about every 30 minutes or so, and most of the home sites were still available. They didn't sell out instantaneously like some of the other home sites have done over here in Oak Hollow and Well Point and so forth. But as the day progressed, and right before I got ready to leave the house, I took another screenshot around noon or something like that, and pretty much every single one of those perimeter home sites that back up to the retention pond had already sold or went pending. So it looks like they're building either a new courtyard villa or veranda neighborhood over there, but it's not open yet, so we will not go down that direction. But right down Kendra Drive, again, a lot of these home sites are still available. All the corner lots pretty much sold out as well too, because they're much larger lots. So we definitely prefer those nice big block privacy walls as opposed to those kind of PVC vinyl half privacy fencing that they were using over there in Shady Brook and Water's Edge in that area. So if you don't like kissing lanais, these block walls are pretty awesome. Going to give you a lot of privacy between you and your backdoor neighbor. So a lot of these interior lots are still available for sale. Very nominal lot fee. Not like the ones that back up to the golf course or the retention ponds, which, you know, go for upwards of $100,000. As we get down to the end of the road here at Thomas Trail, well, I guess we're actually on Kendra Drive. We're going to take a left back onto Thomas Trail. And then our next road is Quentin Way on the left-hand side. I guess it's on the left and the right. But the left-hand side is where they just released some of the other new lots this morning. And that lot right there directly in front of us. And then a bunch right here off to our right-hand side, I'm pretty sure have a $0 lot premium, meaning that you don't have to pay anything additional for the lot. All you got to do is pick out which house you want to build. You put down your initial deposit. They'll have the design process, which is about 2 to 3 weeks from now. And at that point in time, I think you have to have 20% of the total purchase price of your home, all of your finishes, and your lot premium. And then hopefully the villages get this neighborhood built out in 3 or 4 or 5 months. So off in the distance, you can see the Bexley Trail Bridge that will take you over the Florida Turnpike. We live on the other side of the Florida Turnpike. But this road directly in front of us where you see the traffic, you see the truck going by right now, that is Corbin Trail Road. So this road's not very, very busy right now, but it's going to be very, very busy in the future because up here you do have a 4-way intersection with McNeil Drive. So you'll have folks coming from both directions there. But as we spin the golf cart back around in this direction, down that way is the future Eastport area. So a lot of folks that live over here in Well Point or that live on the other side of McNeil Drive in the older sections of the villages, they'll be using Corbin Trail to drive over there to the future Eastport area. But we absolutely love this area. It's not exactly the perfect area for us. The search definitely continues. Tiffany and I, we hope to have something really, really positive. Actually, a couple of really, really awesome and positive things to share with you here in the next couple of weeks. So if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of those update videos. But we have a lot of life going on right now and a lot of positive things. There's a lot of, moving parts kind of behind the scenes right now and things that we're working out. Tiffany's parents are getting ready to move the villages. They are committed to doing that. And we just spent about a week and a half with them looking at not only the new section, but we've also been looking at the older section. They think they really want to be north of Brownwood, but south of Lake Sumter Landing. And so we've spent a lot more time up in that area, not just driving through their golf carts, but going to open houses, looking at resales, with our village's sales agent, who is now their village's sales agent, and also MLS listings as well too. So there's some pretty interesting homes up there in that area. A lot of folks complain there's not much tree coverage down here. Right as I say that, of course, there's a bunch of trees off in that direction, and that's why they call that the village of Oak Hollow, because they did save a bunch of those oak trees down there in that area. But the rest of the Eastport area over here, whether you're in Shady Brook, Moultrie Creek, Water's Edge, Well Point, there really isn't that many mature trees and mature landscaping. But you give this 10, 15, 20 plus years, this area will look a lot different. So we'll make our way onto Paquette Run. And we're back over here on this side where the villages were listing empty home sites for sale a couple of weeks ago. And then off to our left over here, you can see they got the walls up, but they're not building anything back there yet. And then also, sometime in the future back here, they'll be building some new cottage homes, hopefully some brand new patio villa homes. So we're getting closer to the area that Tiffany and I want to live in if we decide to move over here in the future Eastport area. So stay tuned. There's a lot of things working behind the scenes. All right, let's take a left back here on the Thomas Trail. And you can see just how convenient you are to the pool and postal facility. You can walk to it just like these folks are doing right here. So let's stop, make sure no one's coming. It's clear both ways. And we're gonna head back down McNeil Drive and drive back down to Isabella Garden Villas and give you some bonus golf cart ride along video at the end of this video. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. Drop us a comment below, and then do us a huge favor. Share this video and share our channel with other awesome people that are looking for fun and positive content, or they just want to know more what it's like to live year-round in Central Florida and also the world's largest retirement community, the Villages, Florida. Hope everybody has an awesome rest of your week. Have an awesome weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Welcome to Isabella Garden Villas. Some folks you can see have already bought their homes and are already moving in. They've sold about half the homes in this neighborhood. But if you're looking for a different type of home that's a little bit more unique, a little bit different than any of the other homes the Villages have built, you might want to come check these out. And that right there is where we started today's video at.